Okay, here is a little experiment. I want to learn how to DJ. This is a little project. This is my first video documenting the learning of how to DJ, and I want to do it in public. In the spirit of building things in public, learning things in public, and documenting my process. So, yeah, here we go. Well, I've always wanted to learn more music. I know how to play the guitar a little bit, but that's about it. But yeah, I thought DJing would be a great way to get into listening to more music, having more music in my life, and it's something that I've always been interested in, and I wanted to finally do it. I think one of the most fun that I've ever had was playing music with friends, and I want to try and have more of that kind of experience in my life. So here we go. All right, so the goal here is to, I think if I can DJ in front of my friends comfortably, that would be a really great goal. And I want to learn it as quickly as possible. I have almost zero experience. I've played around with little DJ apps on my iPad and things like that, but I have never really learned how to DJ or tried it out in any serious form. And another big goal is to have fun. So let's try and do that. All right. So I'm also a UX designer. So if I see things that I can improve, I would love to try and do that as well. So I think music and DJing might be one of those things where people in the industry know how to use it, but for newcomers like me, it might have a very big UX problem. It's very complicated, it's hard to do. So maybe there's ways with fresh eyes that I can help improve just the general user experience of learning music and being a DJ. So that's another side goal, I suppose. All right, so I did a little test. I asked AI what open source DJ apps are out there, and it gave me this really long, tends to be very long answer. But one thing here I found is Mixxx. So let's try and load that up. I have, so here we go. I am definitely learning this for the first time in the open. So it's going to be a process. It's going to be slow. It might be awkward. I'm going to make a lot of mistakes and I'm going to stumble, but that's all part of the process. So bear with me. And if future me is watching this, I hope this is good. This is my very first step. So, all right. Okay. And so I got Mixxx open. Let's see. It's seems like this is the app to use if I'm going to use open source. So let's see what happens if I download it. I'm going to download it for Mac. I have not an Intel processor, so it must be this one. All right, downloading. Let's launch it. Okay, so here's the app. Move it to applications. Okay, that's done. Checked. Folder, launch, Mixxx. There we go. Opening up Mixxx for the first time. Awesome. All right, what is this asking for? Okay, where to put it, I guess. Is that a mix folder? Let's choose that. All right, here we go. Mixxx. This is the open source DJ app. And what do we have here? Very confusing. Lots of knobs, lots of buttons. And I think this is what I mean by UX problem. I'm sure I'll get used to it very quickly, but let's see. I'm pretty familiar with trying to learn difficult apps like this. So let's try it one by one. I mean, all right. I don't know where to start. Oh, there's some help showing up. I don't know how to do that. Why it's going away. Right. It looks like I could go on air, record things. CPU mix. Is there help tutorial? Effects. And there's buttons and knobs and numbers. Cue filters. Okay, so yeah, I think I have a physical DJing rig here. I got from my friend, and this is one of the reasons I got motivated to learn. And let's see here. So I noticed some of this on the screen as well. So yeah, so it looks similar. The knobs. And this is what we call skeuomorphism, skeuomorphic UI. We have the knobs and volumes, and knobs here. It's a little difficult to control with my mouse. What is this? So accessibility. Mixxx would like to control this computer. Let's say yes. Here we go. Where's Mixxx? Okay, so I'm allowing it to control my computer. All right, let's say yes. Okay, so that seems to be done. First step. And let's try and load some music. I guess that's the first step. There's nothing here. Nothing here. So I don't know how to find music. Here are tracks, missing tracks, hidden tracks, auto DJ, playlists, crates, computer, recordings, history, analyze, iTunes. Ooh, okay. iTunes. I found some music on my iTunes. It seems to be only accessing the tracks that are on my computer, not the ones from iCloud. So that's something I need to do. Collect some music. Record box is Pioneer, CDJ, XDJ, players. Right? Don't know what that means. And Soretto. I think I heard of that somewhere. Okay, so yeah, this is my first look at Mixxx. So far, just looking at the menus and such. I will have to figure out where to start. Okay. I had several musical questions that I want to explore while I'm doing this. And first of all is why some sounds sound good for me, at least. I'm sure it's very subjective for everyone, and each one of us have our own musical taste, but why do some music blow up and why others don't. There's something there. There's magic. There's things that I want to understand. There's a talk that I'm going this Saturday, which is going to be about music and the brain. So I'm really interested in what I learned there. Maybe I'll share a little bit of that in my next video. Talk about what I found there. But yeah, that's I think my one of my biggest questions. And then why something sounds good. I'm a very visual person because of my design background. So when I think about music, I tend to kind of use my design, uh, the way I see visual things, like why something looks good, and kind of try to connect that. But I have a feeling that people who are very good at listening to things, who have developed brains with sound, um, have much bigger sense of associating different kind of sounds, right? So that's something that I'm very interested in learning. I have been trying to find more music that I like that I can use. I'll have to figure out how to import it into Mixxx. That should be my next step. Importing music to Mixxx. All right. Then yeah, it looks like there's several ways I can do that, so I need to figure that out. And then yeah, how when you hear things, how that connect to emotions and our sensory system in our brains, how it connects with feelings and emotions. That I think is the most powerful part about music. So yeah, I'd love to learn more of that. And the part that I want to really figure out also is how to discover music. I haven't really been collecting a lot of music, and lately I've been trying to find music that I love, um, that I can use for DJing. So when I have some methods, right now I have a few ways I'm trying to do that. I'll see if I can share that on video. Okay, so let's see. I do have some music on my music app, which seems like I can't really bring in. Here to DJ playlists. Okay, I've created a playlist in my music app called To DJ, and whenever I'm finding music that I enjoy, I'm adding it to here. And I have enough music here to uh, get these suggestions going at the bottom, which I find this is one way I'm collecting music is to listen to one of these. Um, and then if I like the beat, I would be adding it to my to DJ inbox. And when I find ones that I like, I would put a star beside it, and I will when I'm driving or when I find time to listen to music, I will be randomly listening to one of these songs, and then kind of trying to understand why I like certain parts of which music. And it's still very infancy of my music learning journey, but yeah, I'm starting to recognize some things that I really like. So I'm gonna try and find out how to describe that. I don't even know what kind of words to use to describe my taste in music. So that's gonna be part of my learning journey. Um, Here, let's see if I like any one of these. Okay. All right. I think I'm looking for something without vocals right now. Okay, so not that one. Okay. Have potential. Let's try adding that. Okay, and let's try these ones here. Okay, like that. Okay, potential there. All right, so I found a few that I want to add to my to DJ inbox. It looks like it's not possible to bring this directly into here, so I got to figure something out there. Let's see. Let's try these ones that have refreshed. Oh, I remember hearing one of these ones. Vocal fries, familiar. Okay, like that one. Yeah, so this is one of my ways to discover music. It's been quite helpful. It's because I have almost zero background in kind of knowing any artists or any genres or almost anything. So it's mostly I'm relying on AI algorithms to recommend me similar music, and I think that's a really that's one way I'm trying to use AI to find and discover music, using AI algorithms to my advantage. So I know YouTube has pretty good algorithm and other music discovery platforms. So I will try and look into that. Finding music, how to discover music, and this using AI. Right now, I have Apple Music recommendations. I'll try YouTube. I want to create a blank user account instead of mixing this with my main account. So maybe if I have an account that's fresh with a new email address and then just use that account for music discovery, I think that might be a good idea. So that's one thing I'll try to do. And then other platforms. Oh, there are other music platforms that are known to have really good music recommendations. So let's try to figure out which one those are. I think here, let's see if I did try one experiment here where I used Gemini, and I explained my goal here. It I used Gemini Deep Research, and it tends to give me a really, really, really long report. It was a great report, but I think I need to give some prompts to make it a lot simpler and step by step. So that's what I want to try next. But let's see what it recommended here. Okay, discovering. Okay, there's some really good steps here that I might try and incorporate into my this learning process. let's see. Let's find one. Let's here. Where should I go to find music? Oh, I think I triggered research. Where do I find it? Just tell me where to find it. Okay, let's try something. Turn that off. When you don't know where to start, AI is a really great place um, to find that out. Although it seems to be okay. DJ record pulls, purchase platforms. Oh, free music. SoundCloud. Yeah. SoundCloud. Let's try SoundCloud. I do have an account, but I have never used SoundCloud very frequently, so this is a good place for me to start. All right, so I have a couple of places where I'm going to discover more music. I am going to try and find music I can download so that I can use it in Mixxx. That seems to be the first things I have to learn and how to do. So let's figure that out. All right. There must be some free places. Okay, it said free and legal sources, free music archive, Gemendo, YouTube to MP3. Oh, legally risky. All right. Okay, I think it's starting to get a little bit bogged down today. I'm hitting a wall. So this is going to be the end of today's video, but next I'll try to download a few music and samples so I can actually try something here. Maybe I'll just try with something that I have right here. These are something that I had, but I'm not sure if they are the best tracks for DJing, but let's just, oh, okay, I can do that. And nice. So that's my first track there. How do I put it on here? Maybe drag it. Okay. So I can drag the ones I like from on the left track, right track. Okay, can I play? How do I play? Ooh. Okay, so I can load tracks, play tracks. All right. All right. Nice. Okay, I loaded 2 tracks. Okay. Okay. I did it. I got some tracks. I can fade from one side to the other. Yeah, so there we go. Start. I did something today. So I'm gonna find more music that I can play around with, and then next I think I will be able to try some actual DJing things. So, all right, I have a few tasks for next session. So, all right, great. That's it. Bye bye.